everyone, I'm Sandy Chi with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Tech billionaire Terry Gou has officially thrown his hat in the ring to become Taiwan's next president. But his history of doing business in China and a large field of candidates could complicate his run. Jeremy Olivier has more.
Saluting the crowd. On Monday, Terry Gou, the founder and largest shareholder of electronics manufacturing giant Foxconn, announced he will run for president of Taiwan as an independent. The news ended months of speculation over whether Gou would make a bid. The billionaire businessman ran to be the opposition KMT candidate in 2020 and again this year, losing both times. That hasn't stopped his ambitions, though, even recently creating an alliance with politicians unhappy with their own parties. But who is Terry Gou, and why is he now aiming for the country's highest office? Born to Chinese parents who fled Taiwan after the Civil War there, Gou learned business by training as a shipping clerk. He founded Foxconn in the 1970s with a small loan from his mother. The company started out as a contract manufacturer of switches for TVs. It later began making products in China, which is where Gou built his business empire. It's his longtime dealings with China that have left many concerned he might not stick up for Taiwan. China claims Taiwan as its own, despite never ruling it, and threatens to take it by force if necessary.
His recipe is to enter into a peace accord with China. But how you would be able to enter into a peace pact with China without sacrificing Taiwan's sovereignty and the independence and the way of life.
But Gou says he has no intention of selling out Taiwan, and that he wants to prevent it from going to war.
如果我牺牲我个人的财产，他不要来打台湾，我愿意重新做我的模具工人。只要他不来打台湾，但是我不能听从他的指派。
The reaction to Gou's announcement from the other parties fielding candidates was mixed. While the ruling Democratic Progressive Party and the Third Force Taiwan People's Party were neutral or even positive, the main opposition KMT was less welcoming.
中国国民党表达高度的遗憾，不过我们也相信，郭台铭创办人一定会和其他我们所有泛蓝的朋友一样，最后还是会归队。
In Taiwan, presidents are chosen by simple majority, meaning that in a race with more than two candidates, no one needs more than 50% of the vote to win. Gou's entrance makes this a four-way race, with all hopefuls polling above or close to 10%. But many say the vote will likely be split among the non-DPP hopefuls, making it easier for current Vice President Lai Ching-te to come out on top.
DPP candidate Lai Ching-te is now the front runner. He got 40 to 43% support in most recent polls. Is that good enough for the three-man race? Yes, but is that good enough for a one-on-one? Maybe not. So I think his stance is loud and clear that he will continue to move to the center.
With the election just a few months away, Gou's candidacy could mean an even tougher battle for the future of Taiwan. While he has said he hopes to work with rivals to defeat the DPP, it will depend on whether they're willing to put aside differences and unite as a bloc. John Su and Jeremy Olivier for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's Foreign Ministry has said it is cautiously optimistic about being admitted to the United Nations. It comes as the country makes its case to be allowed in ahead of the General Assembly. Rick Lauert reports from the Foreign Ministry.
Here at Taiwan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the country is making a renewed push to be included in the United Nations. Under pressure from China, which says Taiwan is part of its sovereign territory, Taiwan is denied access to the UN and all of its agencies like the World Health Organization. Taiwan says this is unfair and that it has the right to exist as a country. It says it has a lot to offer to the global community in terms of medicine, education, and agriculture.
This is, I think, is an uphill challenge, but I think we have confidence, we have determination, and we have a support. We have accumulated a lot of support nationwide and internationally.
The UN question is at the heart of one of Taiwan's biggest challenges, the fact that its belligerent neighbor denies it the right to exist on the world stage. Here it's asking the international community to stand up in solidarity. Alex Chen and Rick Lauert in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
Taipei Mayor Jiang Wan-an is in Shanghai for the annual Twin City Forum, an event that brings the leadership of the two cities together. It's the first time the event has happened in person since the COVID-19 pandemic. It's also Jiang's first time attending the forum since becoming mayor last year. Before setting off, Jiang said dialogue between the cities will continue whether cross-strait ties are good or bad. A former health minister has apologized for blaming instances of domestic violence on President Tsai. His controversial statement came at a rally on Sunday in support of Foxconn founder Terry Gou.
为什么家暴？我自然我没有办法去修理蔡英文，没有办法去修理这个陈建仁，因为他有保镖，那怎么办？就去修理比我更弱的人。
The presidential office has condemned Yang Zhiliang's words. It says it expected better from someone who served as the head of the domestic violence task force. Yang at first defended his comments, but on Monday he released an apology. He says he's deeply sorry for the pain he caused survivors of domestic violence, but that he's not sorry for what he calls the pain and suffering caused by Tsai's government. Taiwan's military has wrapped up artillery drills in the south of the country. They practice defending the coastline and preventing enemy ships from landing, Hsin reports.
Taiwan's army is practicing with some of its biggest guns. In the country's south, the military wrapped up its annual Tien artillery drills on Monday. During the exercises, they practiced defending the island with a combination of heavy weapons. Over the years, the spectacle has attracted people to the area. But these drills aren't just for show. They play a critical role in the country's coastal defense. Here's how. Defensive fire is divided into 3 sections. The first wave uses artillery pieces to destroy enemy ships. The second wave then concentrates on smaller landing craft trying to make their way to the shore. The final and third wave then focuses fire on ships that are just about to land.
它就是在模拟，是说，当中共的这个登陆舟波，可能是登陆艇，或者是2栖战车，离开登陆舰，开始朝台湾的陆地前进的时候，我们要在不同的距离设下不同的杀伤地带。
Artillery is one of the foundations of Taiwan's army. These guns would be deployed along the coastline to defend against an enemy invasion. China has recently upped its threat to take Taiwan by force, increasing its military presence in the Taiwan Strait. Chinese Navy ships are spotted nearby on almost a daily basis, and its military aircraft often fly around Taiwan. During Monday's drill, a Chinese fighter jet was flying nearby and sent the military this message. The drills were originally scheduled to last 2 days, but an oncoming typhoon shortened them to 1 day. But Taiwan's military is making the best use of its training, using real ammunition to practice defending against an equally real threat. Hsin and Hsin for TaiwanPlus.
Prosecutors have charged members of a suspected scam ring who allegedly defrauded thousands of people in a Ponzi scheme. The group is accused of setting up a platform called IMB that matched lenders and borrowers and promised lenders up to 12% interest. But most borrowers were supposedly fake accounts. When the scheme collapsed, 5,000 people lost combined $81 million. The suspects are charged with violating Taiwan's banking and money laundering laws. The Ars Electronica Festival, a major international arts and technology event, will take place in Austria this fall. This year, Taiwan will be exhibiting its top art, made with extended reality or XR. Yujing Huang has more.
A photo taken in Taiwan in the 1960s transforms into an animated world where children run alongside a waterway beneath trees. This VR film, called Childhood Revisited, was created by Taiwanese VR artist Hsin and directed by Zhang Wenjie. By donning a VR headset, viewers are transported to a rural village inhabited by people from the Hakka minority group, who make up 20% of Taiwan's population. This is just one of the 19 artworks made with extended reality that Taiwan will present at the Ars Electronica Festival in Austria this September. At a pre-departure party in Taipei, organizers sent a welcoming message.
Technology is able to link us and to coin us in our self-understanding what cultural identity might be. The Taiwan Garden is a best practice sample, as I said, and I am very happy to announce this collaboration.
Taiwan's entries at this year's festival center around the metaverse, with each work showcasing a different element of Taiwan. For example, this animated painting of busy streets in 1930s Taipei. And with the help of AI, this traditional ink painting shifts and changes with viewers' movements.
虚拟实境这样的一个技术呢，它其实就是我们现在就是真实到底可以怎么样子用科技去诠释，或是我们今天怎么样去传递真实这件事情。
Some of works also reimagine how the stories of Taiwan's minority groups are told. One of these is an augmented reality piece by Hsin called Osmorov. The title is a reverse spelling of Formosa, an old name for Taiwan. The piece is an alternative history of the Hakka people's journey from China to Taiwan hundreds of years ago. Rather than traveling across the Taiwan Strait in a boat, though, viewers follow the group into outer space. Huang says he hopes that with this work, the history of the country's Hakka population can be viewed through a contemporary lens.
那我们觉得说这个其实是有趣的，而且会让我们的客家的下一代去看到说，哎，那我们的未来到底是什么？那我们是不是可以用这样的一个方式去吸引更多我们的年轻人？
People at this year's Arts Electronica will not only see innovative Taiwanese works, they'll be able to hear, smell, and taste some as well. The Taiwan exhibition will open with a performance by dancer Zhang Yijun, whose body will have the country's natural scenery projected onto it. At the end of his dance, Zhang will serve tea to the audience, giving them a hint of Taiwan's flavors, while the team aims to share all that Taiwan has to offer in this area. They also hope to learn from Austria's success in connecting tech companies and artists, and to give Taiwan's tech-based art scene a boost in the near future. Clive Wang and Yujun Huang for TaiwanPlus.
A Japanese stunt rider has set a new world record in the mountains of central Taiwan. We have the story. In a car park in the mountains of central Taiwan, the countdown begins for a bid to set a new world record for going non-stop round and round and round in circles on a motorbike on one wheel. This is 40-year-old stunt rider Abe Masayu from Japan, also known in Taiwan as Ampeyo, styling himself the Wheelie King. In 2017, he set a record by driving on one wheel for 500 kilometers. Abe undertook his latest record attempt in Nantou County in central Taiwan over the weekend. Starting at 9 in the morning, the weather that ranged from sunny skies to fog and then rain, he turned circles on one wheel for 5 hours 10 minutes straight. And he could have gone for longer. In the end, Abe completed 2,807 circuits and was disappointed not to reach his goal of 3,000. But he still did really good, smashing the previous world record of 362 circles in 40 minutes. Definitely worth a round of applause. A scooter rider was spotted illegally riding on a railway overpass in the southern city of Kaohsiung. Footage shows the unknown rider driving around 2 kilometers on a section of track used by the city's tram cars. The scooter had no license plate, but police say they're tracking down the driver. The stunt could cost the driver up to $240 in fines. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. I'm Sunny Chi. Take care and see you next time.